Hello, everybody. Are you ready for an impromptu Bring the Pain episode? Oh, you thought I was going to let them guys slip, right? You thought I was going to let them slip. I was not going to let them slip. I couldn't even let the Las Vegas Raiders make it to Friday. I literally had to do a Bring the Pain today on Halloween because of the scary ghouls I saw playing for the Raiders last night. I can't even get enough. Man, look, they lost to Detroit 26-14. This felt like 54-0. Okay. I was just went into the game, seasonal hopes. Really would have wished that the Ravens defense wouldn't have really gave up too much craziness and would just held that game out a little bit and maybe got, a couple less injuries, something out of Miles Sanders. Things just happen. So I was going into week 8 in my league that I just won the championship in last year, and I started out 3-1, fire. Ran it back to 3-3. And I'm like, this can't happen. Literally faced a dude that put up 52 points, DJ Moore. And, next week, I got Lou Kuhn putting up 26 points. I predicted to lose. I end up winning. I'm 4-3. And 5 right now, the whole league right there was 3-4, 2-5. And it was all okay, I need to go to 5-3 to get this. My division has all the winning teams in it. All the winning teams. Even the team that beat me this week is 3-5. So I wasn't the only team he beat. But here's to check this. This dude doesn't even draft. He just pays up his money. He doesn't set his lineup. He doesn't make trades. And you beat the champ. You beat the champ. And it was a theme week. And the theme week was that we were going to get it. It's $10. All it was the biggest beatdown, right? I'm like, all right, let's go. Biggest beatdown. We're going to do this week. Looked at the projections. I predicted 60-point win. A 60-point win by ESPN. That is the league that we use. Sorry if y'all hate it. I get it. Sometimes they're constructive. But I'm like, okay, that's fine. Okay, 60 points. Josh Allen rolls up 35 plus on Thursday. I'm like, yo, this is going to happen, right? So I'm like, okay, everything's going to really, really work out for me. I'm going to get that win. I'm going to do it. And then I'm watching Sunday, and I'm like, why are they not giving the ball to Miles Sanders? Whatever, I'm done with you, joke. And then I'm sitting there, and I'm like, all right, we're good. I got Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers, man, 5'19". Okay, whatever. I'm like, good, cool. And then all of a sudden, my boy Minkah Fitzpatrick gets hurt. Oh, man, come on, man. And then right after that, literally Zaire Franklin goes down. Now, he did come back and finish the game, but I'm like, you got to be kidding me. It's going to be another one of those weeks. So the point just keeps going down. Still had the biggest beatdown going into that. I was like, all right, Raiders, let's get it up. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm like, okay, I'm losing by 1.8 points going into the Raider game last night, Monday Night Football. I'm just like, all you got to do is catch a 20-yard pass. I win. Easy, right? I'm watching the Raiders run, incomplete pass, run, incomplete pass, penalty, run, penalty, incomplete pass. I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, there's still a second quarter. Okay, there's a third. There's halftime. Okay, oh look, he's got an 11-yard catch. Cool, we're almost there. I'm down by 0.54. All he gotta do is catch a ball, man. He can catch a 1-yard pass. I win. And I'm like, all right, I needed this win, right? He don't need this win. He ain't even gonna set his lineup when he gets to the playoffs. And if he has injured players in it, yeah, he's gonna end up starting those injured players because he don't care. He don't pay attention. And I'm sitting here losing to this dude. And I'm sitting there like, come on, man. Come on. Right? ESPN's being good. They still think I'm going to score 126. I'm like, ESPN, stop playing with my heart. Stop playing with my heart. Right? And the end of the game happens. I'm like, okay, we get one more drive. Just throw it. I'm leaving out something. I'm going to get to that real quick. And I'm like, okay, boom, game over. I lose. Seriously. Lose to somebody who clearly doesn't care about fantasy football going against the painbringer. He'd override. Team, just cool. Yeah, I had Laporta on the bench, but you can start 5 receivers in this league. So I started Miles Sanders, and I started Jonathan Taylor, and then I rolled Zay Flowers. I had Tank Dell in that lineup. I had Devontae Adams in that lineup. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, let's go back over this. Jimmy G went 10 for 21, under 50%. That's not the most alarming thing I even need to talk about. What I need to talk about is how Devontae Adams twice, especially at the end of that game, twice juiced his dude. He was wide open the first time, and Jimmy G literally sailed this ball into the first row of the bleachers. He missed Devontae Adams by at least 30 feet. I'm like, okay, he can do it. And then, there was that behind the butt pass by Devontae Adams that he dropped. I get it. That would have won it for me too. And that was the most heart-wrenching because after I seen that, I was like, okay, he's going to start using him. He's going to start using him, right? You get to that last wide open. He juices his dude. Devontae Adams juices his guy. He's running down the field wide open. And Jimmy G overthrows him by at least 50 yards. Like 50 yards. Jimmy G, as a Rams fan, I've always known you sucked. When they said that you were the heir apparent to Tom Brady, that I also don't like either, whatever. I mean, Rams, why would I like them? Suck, right? And they made this huge little thing for him. Oh, Jimmy G. Oh, Jimmy G. What? Why is everybody seeing this bum that I don't? I saw 10 for 21. I saw balls overthrown by 30, 40 yards. And you got rid of Derek Carr for that bum? Dude, this is why teams like the Browns, teams like the Raiders can't have good quarterbacks ever. And I don't want to hear nothing about Rich Gannon. That dude was well past his prime when he got lucky and he got waxed in the Super Bowl because he's just a playboy. That's what he is. He just runs the plays because he wants to be a good boy. And you know what? That's pretty pathetic because you have one of the league's best receivers on that team and he didn't even get traded today. I would have sat. I literally want to trade Adams. And it's not because of him. Devontae Adams deserves better than Jimmy G. A team deserves better than Deshaun Watson, too. Screw you, dude. I literally lost by 2 points 2 weeks ago, and you gave me a -2. I could have took a 0 from you and won. But you know what? I held that in. I held it in because I didn't think I was going to get it. But Jimmy G, you are a bum. And I don't care where or who or what or how I write. Dude, how can you sit there and make those faces? I saw Devontae Adams' face on the sideline. He couldn't believe that he signed up for that crap. Oh, you're sitting there talking about that. And I'm like, Detroit is laughing at him. The defense scored as many points as the offense off a pick 6, and then Peters got hurt off that too. And I'm sitting here feeling so bad for Max Crosby and Nate Hobbs because they're out there just getting diced and ficed and blocked and chopped and all these crazy things to watch Jimmy G go, oh, look, there's a play rush coming. I'm going to just take a sack. Throw the ball away. You seem to throw the ball away really good when Devontae Adams is wide open. Why can't you throw the ball away when you're getting rushed? Oh, yeah, look, take the thing. And then he gets up. He's hurt. They think it's a low blow. I was like actually hoping he just came out the game. I really did because I think Brian Hoyer, I don't even care, man. They could have put Josh Jacobs back there at quarterback, and I bet he could have completed more passes to Devontae Adams than Jimmy G because Jimmy G is a bum. Get him off your teams. Drop him. Do not pick him up. He's not worth it. And I don't care if he has 3, 5 touchdown games in a row. He's already burned you this far in the season. If Jimmy G was your starting quarterback, you have a losing record. I don't, unless that was the last thing you picked was quarterback, and you literally have Jimmy G and maybe Kenny Pickett. That's who you're rolling with. I'm telling you, he sucks. The Raiders suck. It showed yesterday even they couldn't even rely on Josh Jacobs. They couldn't sustain a drive long enough for Josh Jacobs. And you think I'm going to let Josh McDaniels off? Talk about some Patriot crap here. Like, dude, seriously, what is wrong with you? Look, this just shows why Belichick was Belichick. Yeah, he didn't win a Super Bowl after Brady left, and Brady did win a Super Bowl without him, right? And with him, that's actually a true stat too. But to still go back and look at, they put Jimmy G on GQ. Like, why are you putting Jimmy G on GQ? Oh, because the dude's a damn model. He ain't a football player. A football player would have got Devontae Adams. That ball would have won that game for me and everybody else. Heck, would have won some bets too. But guess what? That's not the way it went. That's why you bring the pain. I'm the only one in the industry that will call out the loss. Yeah, they should be the LA Raiders. They should be the LA Surfers because they shouldn't even be called the Los Angeles Raiders. They shouldn't be called the Oakland Raiders. They shouldn't be called the Las Vegas Raiders because you ain't a team if you ain't got a good quarterback. And guess what? You ain't got a good quarterback. Cleveland, great team. They have quarterback problems. But you know who doesn't have a quarterback problem anymore? Minnesota. They actually made a trade. They got Dobbs. And I wish that maybe they would have traded Jimmy G to Arizona and then brought over Dobbs to the Raiders because I know Dobbs can throw the ball and I know Dobbs can run that offense better than Jimmy G. Heck, I bet Dobbs can tie his shoes better than Jimmy G. I bet he can beatbox better than Jimmy G. And yes, Josh Dobbs, I don't know why I'm talking all this love about you, but hey, if the shoe fits, beatbox Jimmy G when you randomly see him. Hashtag bring the pain. Hashtag bring the beatbox. Hashtag what happened to the Raiders? What happened to the they ain't nothing anymore. Just cut your ties. Pick up IDP players because that's the only players that was on that field yesterday. Tomorrow, boom. Head over to Dr. Roto. Make sure you get all the articles, read all the articles. And of course, all of Dr. Roto's thoughts and opinions are not behind this podcast. This is me 100%. I rolled it. I decided to call Jimmy G a bum because he is. That's what he gets. Go back to modeling, boy. We don't give a crap about you. Just let Brian Hoyer chuck the ball to Devontae Adams the rest of the season and cut your contract. I don't care if it's a loss. The Raiders knew what they were getting into, and they got what they got. They get what they deserve. They take their black hole with them. Ooh, yeah. That's how you bring the pain. May the bring the pain be with you, and may the benching of Jimmy G be with us as well. Oh, yeah.